We're on to spiritual gifts, Mercury, 12th house. People, if you have this natally in your chart, I'm so excited to get to this one. I've just been itching, I think, from the downloads and the mastery, because this can't talk about Mercury 12th house without talking about the gifts that come with it. My name is Tracy Leela with soul2soul.ca. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, turn on your notifications, and know that your engagement really does help my channel grow to help other people who need healing. If you need a reading or you want to learn more about the events, you can check it out at soul2soul.ca. Okay. 12th house, Mercury, spiritual gifts. These spiritual gifts, I have to tell you, it really messed me up. And now I see the blessings, and I'm excited now to talk about it. But I'm not going to share them all because we are in Gemini season right now, and Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So I'm going to save some of the spiritual gifts for when we're in Virgo season. And I'm going to give you a little bit right now. But in terms of Mercury with the 12th house, you would receive like flashes and downloads of information. And this is coming through your spiritual sense of claircognizance, which is through your crown chakra at the top. And you will also be experiencing frequency changes within your ears. I mean, it's common to experience this even if you're not a 12th house Mercury, but with 12th house Mercury, even more so, because you've got Mercury in your 12th house of spirituality. And it can come really intense, it can come muted, it can come sharp, it can come loud, it can come in all different ways. You can also begin to hear voices. And this is very important. And when we talk about the spiritual senses, it's nothing to make joke of or to take lightly, because we don't even understand the vast expansiveness of each of the spiritual senses. We only understand to a certain degree, but it's very important to understand them if you have Mercury in your 12th house. Any planet in your 12th house, you got to learn about the spiritual senses. If you don't understand about the spiritual senses, I believe you can spiral downhill in this house of suffering in a very detrimental way, and we don't want that. So understand that your spiritual senses with Mercury in the 12th house are focused around the head, because Mercury is of the mind, and our spiritual chakras are all in the head. It starts with the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. These are our spiritual senses. And so Mercury rules what's going on in the consciousness. It's directly connected to spirit, to spirituality, to the divine, to astrology. And so we have to understand that the downloads are coming from claircognizance, and it's coming from your sense of knowing. You just know stuff. There's just information. You just, boom, all of a sudden you just mentally start getting this information. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know how you know it. You just know it. And you got to write it down. You got to write it down. That's why you need the phone app for your notes, whatever you want to use. I don't care what it is. Just write it down, because the 12th house content, you're going to, as fast as it comes in, you can lose it too. I feel like the spiritual senses, when you have 12th house planets, they are, it's like when you dream and you wake up and you're trying to remember your dream, but then you forget. That's very common with 12th house placements in your spiritual senses, because it's a house of hidden things, that it even messes with the native who has those planets there. So know that you want a way and an ability to be able to write down those downloads as soon as you get them. The ringing in the ears is connected with your clairaudience, which is connected with your sense of hearing. And this is where the frequency changes are going to be coming in. This is where you can hear voices of spirit. And this is so critical to understand this energy, because of the easy ability to fall into addiction in the 12th house, especially with Mercury, because there's so much going on that can cause anxiety, that you can easily turn to alcohol or other substances. This in a house that's so powerful with spiritual energy connected with the mind and consciousness, especially to clairaudience, claircognizance, even clairvoyance, where you're starting to see things, but it's the clairaudience. It could have you spiral downhill to where it messes with your psyche, and we do not want that. And so really, if you are experiencing this, if you're a 12th house Mercury person and you're experiencing the ear frequency changes, you're experiencing maybe hearing voices that's not your own, you know it's not your own, you're receiving information that you know, you just know, but you don't know how you know, really start, if you haven't already, or keep going on your journey of healing and start learning about yourself spiritually. Start learning about this throat chakra, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra. Start learning about clairaudience, clairvoyance, claircognizance. Start learning about these spiritual senses and how you're experiencing them. Start meditating, start journaling, make healing and your spiritual practice part of your daily life to understand what's going on, because it's real and you're not crazy. It's real and you're not crazy. I have to say that over and over again, because having Mercury in the 12th house and being clairaudient, I'm very clairaudient. If you don't understand the spiritual senses, is very easy to think I'm going crazy. But you're not. It's just a matter of us understanding the mechanics and the foundational information that we need to know about us as humans working with spirit. And you got no choice but to work with spirit when you've got 12th house placements, because this is the house. This is where we're at. Okay. Your spiritual connection. You're very sensitive to other people and your environment. And this brings it back to trying to process and understand those emotions, because you're connected mentally, right? So with Mercury in the 12th house, you're aware of everything that's going on around you. You're hearing things, you're seeing conversations, you're watching these experiences happen, you're processing it all mentally, which by nature will automatically connect to your emotions and how you feel. You're taking in your environment with another spiritual sense of clairsentience. Although clairsentience is not of the mind, all the spiritual senses are connected. It's not just one works alone. They're all connected and they all merge and blend and work together. So as all your mental stimuli is like going in overload by being out in human contact with other people and experiences, you're starting to feel stuff and you're like, whoa, I need to go home. I need to detox, I need to meditate. I need to journal. And you need to understand that everything that you're experiencing and feeling and all that's going on within your head is not just you. It's again, that compartmentalization. I'm so impressed that I've been getting that word right. I think I'm getting it right. Of understanding what's you, what's your environment, what's other people, what's spirit, what's a collective unconscious. It's a lot. But you have the mind capacity to do that, especially if you bring meditation into your life. And if you don't bring meditation into your life, what can happen is it can be detrimental. Anxiety can get out of control. You can fall far fast. And we don't want that. You want to rise up. You want to heal. And you want to really own this. It's a blessing. I see it as such a blessing to have Mercury in the 12th house, because the spiritual gifts that you get with it, you wait till we get to Virgo and go move on to the next spiritual gift that Mercury brings. It's dope. I mean, it's so great. And your mind is your powerhouse. So you have this as a tool to heal from and to rise up from, to be of service to others in some way, shape, and form. I mean, the creative expression of what you could do with Mercury in the 12th house is endless. But there is a purpose and there is a reason.